And so as we reach the end of this short mini-series with Watford, the question still remains, did we make it into the top four? Well, the answer to that question is I don't know yet, because with one game left, we are sitting in fourth place, but failure to win against Brighton will mean that we could finish in fifth or even sixth. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to the Vicarage Road Ground in Watford for the final episode in this short 9-part mini-series where we have tried to bridge the Watford gap, the gap between Watford and the rest of the Premier League. And we have done a very, very good job. And if we have a look at where we began, you can see that when we took them over 3 years ago, they had just been promoted from the Sky Bet Championship and were second favourites to be relegated again. But we took them up to 9th place in our first season, and then in the second season we rose to the giddy heights of 5th place and qualified for the Europa League. So it's been a bit of a journey, and at this point I decided let's try and get in to the Champions League spots for this season. And we are sitting in 4th, and we do have a very good chance of achieving that dream. But if we go and have a look at the team stats, then we don't figure too much in the team stats. We don't really get a mention anywhere, but we have finished 4th in the table in terms of goals scored, equal 4th with Arsenal. We have scored 67 goals in 37 games, and that's quite a remarkable performance. But in terms of the player overview, we have a couple of mentions. Ismail Assar, he was second in dribbles per 90 minutes, clearances per 90 minutes. Alderette, he was third, and distance covered, Vargas and Emmanuel Dennis, second and third respectively for that category. And in terms of interceptions made over 90 minutes, Bellanova came second. He was also second in terms of possession won over 90 minutes. Means he had a very, very good season. And so a couple of mentions, but nothing really that you would like to write home about. And in terms of the squad and the general performance, we have a number of players who have reached over an average rating of 7.0. We have a number of players. Stiller from midfield, he was top with 7.16. Vitinha with a 7.14. Bellanova, Sarr, Eustaquio, Demirovic, Bardoni, Jack Stacey, Luzer, the club captain, Alex Scott, Asperilla and Rhys Williams coming in with an average rating of 7. He always seems to get a rating of 7 or above, Rhys Williams. If you've never signed him, you really need to look at signing him in your save. He's a very, very good central defender. And so it's been a very, very good season. And in terms of goals scored, Vitinha was top of the charts again. 28 goals and 7 assists in 46 appearances. Another good season for him. Jota chipping in with 11 goals and 7 assists. Ismail Assar, who is in his last season with Watford before moving to Dortmund, he had 10 goals and 8 assists. And Dominguez from midfield getting 10 assists and 9 goals, and other players chipping in here and there. It was a good season. We are currently in 4th, but we are lucky to be in 4th. And if we do have a look at what happened in the schedule, we had an amazing start to the season again, a great mid-season again. But just as in previous years, it's all fallen apart. And you will remember that when you were with us last, we had a result against Southampton. We were in second at that stage, but it was here it started to go wrong. And against Wolves, we had some very, very bad luck against Wolves and lost by 3-1. Manchester City beat us in another poor result, 6-3. Leicester, we lost away 3-0. Liverpool beat us 2-1 in the FA Cup quarter-final. And however, we did beat Leipzig in the Europa League second knockout round over 2 legs by 3-2. And I thought that was a particularly good performance and a really good result in a game we didn't expect to get anything out of. But after that, Liverpool and then Arsenal 4-1 defeat at home was a dreadful result. And we lost to Wolfsburg in the quarter-final of the Europa League, beaten fairly easily, although the score was only 3-1 on aggregate, and sandwiched in there. Leeds, a 1-0 away defeat was a terrible, terrible result. We also lost to Fulham, and that really was making the season very, very strange. But we beat Aston Villa and Bournemouth, either side of Fulham, before Manchester United beat us by 4-1 quite comprehensively. But we have recovered. In the penultimate game of the season, we recovered against Liverpool, and we managed to win 2-1 coming from behind, which has given us now some hope of getting into the top 4, realising our dream of becoming a Champions League team within 3 seasons. So that what that means in terms of the title is, you can see we are sitting in 4th place. We have 65 points. We are 1 point ahead of Leeds, who are in 5th, and we are 2 points ahead of Chelsea, who are in 6th. And both of them have a superior goal difference to us. So what that really means is that a draw will not be enough. We have to beat Brighton. A draw will not be enough. And Leeds are away at Fulham in a game that I feel they should win quite comfortably. And Chelsea will play Liverpool away. And although that seems like a tough fixture for Chelsea, Liverpool already have won the title quite comfortably. And so whether or not their heart will be in that game is another matter. So we have to win. There is no other way to put this. We have to go out and play Brighton and win. So let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today in our final match with Watford, Brighton away, is Bernardoni in goal, Mazraoui, Williams, Amadovic, Udogu at the back, Estaquio, Luzo and Dominguez in midfield, Jota, Sarr and Vitinha will play up front. And so let's go and play against Brighton, and let's see if we are going to make it into the Champions League spots. We are favourites. Let's get out there, make the difference. Let's make me proud. Let's get into the top 4 in the Premier League. It will be an amazing thing that I have achieved that I've never done before. Top 4 in the 3rd season. We didn't do it at Swansea. Can we do it at Watford? It's going to be touch and go, I think. And here come Brighton, and McAllister's bursting into space, and Bernardoni makes a save. This is a game we must win. There is no draw that's going to help us to achieve what we need to achieve. It's just got to be a win. And it is Brighton with the corner, and that's cleared away. And we do need to be at our best today. Second best is not enough. We need to be absolutely dominating things. And it is Brighton, though, who are pulling all the strings out there. And we are not playing very, very well indeed. And we need to play a lot better. And I think possibly I'm going to have a look at the lines. They are pretty much all over us at the moment. So I'm going to have a look at the lines. I'm going to push the line up a little bit. And we're going to try and put some more pressure on them. But we have won the ball, and here is Sarr bringing it forward for Watford. Can we catch them on the counter? And there's a ball over the top for Vitinha, and Vitinha's in, and we have caught them on the counter. It is Brighton 0, Watford 1. We are ahead, and that is a great start by this Watford team. And maybe I should take the lines back now, but I think we were encouraging Brighton to come on to us a little bit too much. It was a good breakaway. I don't want to have the lines that low against Brighton. They're not that pacey, and we should be able to deal with them at the back. Vitinha scores his 29th goal of the season. It is Brighton 0, Watford 1, and we are in control. 5 minutes are gone. But this is, even though they are in 19th, this is a team that we could beat us quite easily. We're fairly evenly matched. They've just had a dreadful season, and we've played fairly well. And there's a ball that they look to play over the top. We're aware of that diagonal that they play. They tend to play a passing game that is more direct than normal, and it will go through the middle. They look for those diagonal balls through the middle. We're trying to counteract that with our defence on cover. But here's Luza. Luza is looking for Jota. Jota, can he get a shot away? And he finds Dominguez. Dominguez to Sarr. Sarr, he finds Vitinha. Vitinha back to Marcos. And that was very, very close. And we almost, Mazraoui it was in fact, who had the final shot. Louza will fly in the corner, and that's to the back post. And it's headed clear. Sark needs to pick that up. He wins the challenge. And with 7 minutes gone, we are still 1-0 ahead. We are in the Champions League spots. And at the moment, I suspect we might be ahead of Manchester City in third place. And I hadn't considered that before the game began. We'd only considered that Chelsea and Leeds might overtake us, not that we could get into third. And we are bursting through, and here is Sarr. Sarr can make it 2, and he drives it past the post. And that should have been 2-0. And in fact, we are above Manchester City, who must be drawing at the moment. Leeds, I guess, are winning. Leeds are 1-0 up at Fulham. It is Liverpool 1, Chelsea 0, so they look out of it. Manchester City are drawing away at Bournemouth, which means that we've climbed ahead of them. There are 31 minutes gone. We're in control still. It's only 1-0 though, and anything could change in this race for third and fourth spot now in the Premier League. And there's a ball over the top, and here is Sarr again. Sarr's not having the greatest of games, and he finds Dominguez. Dominguez back to Sarr. Sarr finds Mazraoui, and is that a penalty? It looks like a penalty to me. It's one of those that is on the edge of the box that VAR is going to have a look at and decide whether or not it was inside or outside the box. It looked inside to me, to be fair. And here is VAR checking, reviewing it, and it's no penalty. We're going to have a free kick on the edge of the box. And I don't normally get a lot of those given, and nothing comes of that. It still is Watford 1, Brighton 0. We're still in third position, and we do have the next highlight. And Estaquio, he looks for Sarr. Sarr is not having a very, very good game, and he doesn't look on his game at all, and I may be looking to substitute him at some point as Brighton look to bring it forward, but that's a poor pass, and we need to close them down, make sure they can't pass it out from the back, and we are looking to close off those passes, but there is a long ball out to the left wing, and Trossard is a very dangerous player. He's looking to get Brighton moving again, and here come Brighton, and they are looking to get down the left. Can they get a cross in? And this game could change at any time. And there's a free kick on the edge of the box, but the referee has immediately run to the penalty spot. I'm willing to bet that this one is inside the box, and ours, even though ours was outside the box, it was an absolutely identical situation. Theirs was deemed inside, ours was deemed outside, and Dominguez has given away a penalty, and this is not good. It'll be 1-1, and he has missed it. And maybe there's a case that if there's 2 penalties in a game with FM, the second one is always missed. If there are 2 dodgy decisions like that, maybe the second one's always missed as well. I hadn't considered that. And here is Odogui. He's looking to burst into the box, and he fires over the bar. And we are going to tell him to ease off the tackle, stay off your feet, because he is on a yellow card. Sarr is a bit of a worry. Everything that he does is not going very well for him. He may have to come off in a minute. We'll give him 15 minutes, see how he gets on. But at the moment, we are in front, and we are still in third place. And we do have a free kick as Louza fires in the free kick, and there's a chance, and Vitinha has hit the bar. It would be lovely if Vitinha could get on the score sheet again, get his 30th goal of the season. 52 minutes are gone. Sarr's performance seemed to have improved a little bit. We are struggling to... We've dominated the match in terms of chances. We're struggling to put the chances away, but we got to keep going. Here's Jota. Jota is looking for Vitinha. Vitinha back to Jota. He finds Udogie. It's back to Jota. Jota, can he get a cross in? He needs to look for support. He finds Udogie. Can he get a cross in? We need to get this ball into the penalty area. It's back to Louza. Louza, the club captain. Can he drive a cross in? And it has gone in. And it looks like Sarr has scored the goal. No, it is an own goal. And Brighton have given it away. It is Brighton 0, Watford 2, we deserve to win this. To be fair, we deserve to win it. We've completely dominated every part of the game. It is now 2-0. I do feel a lot happier. Well, Manchester City have gone in front. We are still in 4th place and we need to make some changes. We'll do that after this highlight. We have some very tired players as Lusa will take the corner. And there's a chance and it flies over the bar. And I think now is a good time to go and make some changes. And so we've just made one change for the moment. We've taken off Dominguez, who hasn't been having a great game. As Jota fires a ball into the box, it comes back to Lusa. Lusa and how did he get injured? I'm not quite sure how my fullback got injured in that situation, but probably he does need to come off. We're going to bring on Bellanova at right back as the corner comes in. It's headed away. I'm really not quite sure how my fullback managed to get himself injured there. Somebody is also struggling. I think it's probably Jota. We will take him off and bring on Vargas as Vitinha has another chance, and it remains Brighton 0, Watford 2. We are coasting into the Champions League spots now. We don't want to do anything silly now. Just hold on. They're going to have to score twice to take this away from us. It's not going to happen. We are coming to full time, and we have got into the top 4 in the Premier League in our 3rd season, and what a fantastic performance that has been. It has been an amazing journey here with Watford. 3 years, and we have achieved the impossible. And it has been an absolutely fabulous, fabulous journey. And the league table we shall show very proudly as we have finished in 4th position. And that is Champions League within 3 seasons for a club that was expected to be relegated when we arrived. Well done, Watford. Fantastic team, fantastic performance. And that's it for this short save, and we hope that you've enjoyed following along with us. And from here we will be hopping off to Spain to take on the challenge of Atletico Bilbao, and that will probably be our last save before FM23 arrives and we begin our journeys on FM23. So that's it for this video. If you are new to the channel, then why not subscribe, like, watch and comment. Help the channel to grow and help us to support the very worthwhile cause you can see scrolling about up there. And from a very, very happy Vicarage Road ground in Watford, we will bid you all farewell, and we will see you next time in sunny Spain.